What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to part 8 of our Pokemon Blaze Black to Redux walkthrough. In the previous video, we earned our 3rd gym badge against the bug-type gym leader Berg. We are still in Castelia City exploring about, and here we just bumped into a scientist, and he wants to take a look at our Pokemon. He has a look at our Matang, and he also sees that we've got 3 gym badges. So he asks us to meet up with him in the next route. His name is Colress. So we will definitely catch up to him a bit later and have a battle with him. He asks us to meet him in Route 4, so we'll definitely be doing that. But now I think we need to just tie up any loose ends in Castelia. We have done pretty much everything there is to do. In the previous video, we also got an Eevee, which was really exciting. There are a couple more buildings that we need to explore, but I think we have covered about 90% of Castelia. So now we're going to try head to Route 4, and before we can leave, Bianca catches up with us and she gives us a dowsing machine which can be used to find hidden items. So that's pretty interesting. You can register it by pushing Y on it, and then you can search for any items that are hidden in an area around you. But we've been in Castelia for quite a while now, the last 2 videos. So I'm excited to leave and explore a new route. Hopefully there's some cool Pokemon and trainers for us to battle. But it looks like we've caught up with Colress there. The road seems to be blocked by a line of Pokemon. There is a trainer or 2 to take on here, but I am really keen on battling Colress first. Let's get him out the way. So here when we come and talk to him, he says that these rocks are actually Pokemon. Like we said earlier, they're all crustal, and here they all come alive. You can see them all moving about. So they have cleared the road for us. That is super helpful. At least we can continue exploring now. But how cool is that the Pokemon can actually block the road like that? But now Colress is going to battle us. Let's see what he's got. We don't know much about him, so he could be super strong. He's got 5 Pokemon in his team, so that's quite a team he has. And the first Pokemon he sends out is a level 26 Magnemite. We have decided to go with one of our stronger Pokemon, Dragonair. It's currently at level 32. And Magnemite's attack does a fair bit of damage and it paralyzes us. So unfortunately we can't attack our first turn. But our second attack definitely hits, and we hit Magnemite with a Fire Spin. Magnemite is super tough and it seems like its speed is quite fast. We use a Hyper Potion to restore Dragonair's HP, and hopefully with the next attack we will be able to knock out Magnemite. We're going to try hit it with another Fire Spin. Magnemite attacks before us and we're paralyzed again. I can't believe it. This AI is super tough. But we're just going to use another Hyper Potion. We're not going to accept defeat. Dragonair is going to take down this Magnemite. So now we're going to try hit it with a Fire Spin again. And Colress has now used a Hyper Potion. This is insane. We just can't defeat this Magnemite no matter what we do. We're going to have to just keep trying to hit it with Fire Spin and use Hyper Potions until we defeat this Magnemite. We can't let Dragonair lose this one. And this Magnemite's Flash Cannon is pretty strong. It's super annoying. We can't get multiple attacks in a row because we keep getting paralyzed. But finally we finish off Magnemite. It's taken a while, but we've defeated him. And Colress's next Pokemon is going to be a Rotom. This is an electric type Rotom, or the electric form, sorry. It knocks out our Dragonair, but Dragonair put up an incredible fight. The next Pokemon we're going to send out is Matang. Hopefully the electric attacks aren't too effective. We hit Rotom with a Psychic attack and it doesn't do all that much damage. But Rotom knocks out our Matang, so that's not good. We're gonna have to swap in another Pokemon. Let's send out Flaffy. We can go electric versus electric. And the Dark Pulse from Rotom is quite effective, but we're hanging in there. Flaffy's attack is way more effective, so we're just gonna keep hitting Rotom with Swift, and hopefully we'll be able to take it out before we get knocked out. One more Swift, and Rotom is just hanging in there. So it looks like Flaffy has been knocked out, but Rotom is basically knocked out too. We're going to send out our War Turtle and attack first quickly with Aqua Jet. So Rotom doesn't even get a chance to attack us. And Colress's next Pokemon is Clink, a Steel type. So we're going to swap in the latest addition to our team, Rhyhorn. It's currently level 32, so I'm hoping it will evolve soon. I do love Rhydon, and I love that it got a new evolution. Rhyperior is so underrated. It's such a cool looking Pokemon. Rhyhorn knocks out Clink, so that's good news. Rhyhorn is finally starting to get a bit strong. And we've still got 2 other Pokemon left in our team. Chorus sends out Matang next. So we're going to keep Rhyhorn in and try hit Matang with our Fire Fang attack, which is strong against Steel types. Our Rhyhorn is looking a bit low with HP. We might have to heal him up using a Hyper Potion. But when Rhyhorn reaches around level 30-32, he learns some useful attacks. He's got Fire Fang. He learns all the Fang attacks for the different types, so that can be really useful. You just got to train him up to reach that level first. Before then, his attacks aren't all that strong. But Rhyhorn knocks out Matang, and Colress's next Pokemon is Porygon 2. I'm guessing this is his strongest Pokemon. It's at level 28. And I'm not sure if Rhyhorn's going to be able to hang in there, but hopefully we can cause a bit of damage to Porygon at least. Rhyhorn is doing a good job. Its defense is super high. We've used another Hyper Potion on Rhyhorn. So Rhyhorn has a chance. He could slowly eat away at Porygon 2's HP. We just have to see if his defense will hold up. And we have also equipped Rhyhorn with a Quick Claw. So sometimes he attacks first. Generally it is quite a strong Pokemon. But if he does attack first, he does do a fair bit of damage. Rhyhorn is hanging in there. It's really close. Both of our HP is pretty similar. Rhyhorn's got 7 HP left, and it looks like it's going to get knocked out now. So Rhyhorn is out, but Porygon is also just hanging in by a thread. We're going to send out Haunter to hopefully finish it off. And we use Ominous Wind, but it doesn't affect Porygon, so that's not good. That's a mistake by us. We're going to use Hypnosis and try put Porygon to sleep and hit it with Dream Eater. Dream Eater seems to be quite effective. Porygon's still asleep. We hit it with another Dream Eater, and yes, we knocked it out. So that's Colress out the way. He was quite a tough battle, to be fair. He has quite a strong lineup. But overall, that was a really fun battle, and he gives us a Life Orb, which is a cool item. And anyway, Chorus says he's gonna catch up with us later, and he heads off. And before we continue, there's this little sandy area here to the west, and there's a policeman to battle. But if you make your way down, there's a little item for you to pick up, a Prism Scale. And there are 2 fishermen here that I recommend battling if you need some more experience. You can also encounter some wild Pokemon here in the sandy areas. If you want to explore, you might find some interesting Pokemon. But for now, we're going to go back quickly. I think we need to heal up our team a little. And these last 2 buildings we haven't explored yet. I did say we've explored about 90% of the buildings. I think these last 2 on the street will complete everything for us. And when you come and chat to this guy on the hotel ground floor, he will give you an amulet coin. We're going to make our way upstairs now and just chat to everyone in the building and see if anyone's down to battle or give us some items. We are going to search some of the trash cans too. You never know, there might be an item in them. Unfortunately, these are empty and there's not all that much to do on this floor. So let's go back to the elevator then and see if there's another floor for us to explore. Okay, no, so we're going to go back to the ground floor and let's try go to the building across the street. I think there were 2 buildings here, so if we explore all of these, then we're done with Castelia City for good. We don't have to come back for a while. We're going to chat to the people on the ground floor, and there's a bodyguard here that's frisking and searching us before we allowed to go up, so that's pretty strange. I wonder who is up on the 47th floor here. We enter the 47th floor and there's a whole group of people here. It seems to be quite packed. And I think there are a few people having a party here. You can battle some of them. I have skipped any battles just to save time. And this person gives us TM10 hidden power, so that's a useful little pickup. Maybe we can teach that to our haunter. And this person seems to be speaking another language. So it looks like there's people from all over the show here. Someone speaking German and Italian, and it looks like it's just a large gathering with a whole bunch of random people. But there's only a few more to chat to. It hasn't been all that interesting here yet. We did pick up the TM, but I think that's all there is to it. So there's only one more building for us to explore, and then I think we're done with Castelia for a while. There was also a guy with a boat that offered to take us to a new area, so maybe we will come back and do that at a later stage. But for the rest of it, I think we've explored it pretty well. Here we have just found a Poke fanatic, and he wants to check out our Pokédex, and he rewards us with an Evio light. So that's pretty nifty. But now we're going to enter the elevator and let's see what's on the higher floor. There's a Pokemon running around here. And here someone asks us if we want to know about any of the gym badges. So I suppose he will give us any info on the gym leaders and what type they are. If you're curious about that, I recommend checking it out. That might provide some valuable information for building your team moving forward. But that's all there is to it. I think we've completed Castelia. Let's continue on and make our way through Route 4. I am pretty happy with how my team is looking at the moment, but if we come across any other interesting Pokemon, we might swap our team around. I'm not closed to swapping up a bit. And here it looks like we have a little tag team battle against 2 guys, as well as an officer, so it's a good time to train up some of your weaker Pokemon here. A little bit ahead, it seems like the road branches off, it forks off, so you can either go straight or turn left. I'm not really sure which way we're gonna go. So let's just see, left continues on for quite a bit, but let's just go straight and we can always come back and explore the left-hand side at another stage. There is another trainer just under this bridge here, the street above us, that you can battle, and then it looks like we're entering the next route. Oh wait, we've found Join Avenue, so this looks interesting. It kind of looks like a built-up fancy area. And we're talking to a guy here who's introducing himself. He's the owner of this avenue, and he says he's trying to develop it and make it into a fancy shopping area, and he's looking for someone to help him manage it. So he's given us a job, and he says we got to try and welcome people into this area, and now we've got to try and enter our greeting. What are we going to use to greet people? So we said doing, how you doing? And also we're going to right. Wow. So I don't know if there's any like cheat code or anything for that, but you can also enter the title. So our title is going to be Sir Flips, first of his name. That's how people are going to address us. But I suppose this is just like a little side quest part of the game. We've even got our own little office there. So that's interesting. I suppose more and more shops will open here and it's become like a little marketplace. But we've already made it to Nimbasa City, so that wasn't that far. I'm happy to see Nimbasa is so close. Just as we've entered Nimbasa, we've bumped into Lenora and her husband Hawes, and apparently she is the former gym leader, and she sees that we've got 3 gym badges and we've defeated Berg, so she's curious about our strength and wants to take us on for a battle. So we're always down for a battle. We're happy to oblige. And Lenora's first Pokemon she sends out is a level 30 Stoutland. So her Pokemon are quite strong. You want to make sure most of your team are around the level 30 mark. Our Dragonair is still up front. We've hit Stoutland with a Water Pulse. That has left it confused, which hopefully works in our favor. And Stoutland attacks and knocks out Dragonair, so that's not good. The Stoutland seems to be super strong, and it's also equipped with a leftovers, so it gets to heal up after each turn. I've decided to send out Flaffy next. I thought our electric attacks might be quite effective, but we took a heavy blow from Stoutland. He almost knocked us out in one shot. And I've decided to hit Stoutland with a discharge because it also could paralyze it. We've knocked it out in our second attack. Luckily, it was a critical hit. And the next Pokemon Lenora is going to send out is Saucebuck, the grass-type Pokemon. There are also different forms for Saucebuck depending on the 4 seasons. So this looks like the autumn form Saucebuck. But we're going to send out Matang now that Flaffy has been knocked out. Hopefully Matang will be able to knock Saucebuck out for us. I can't believe how strong her Stoutland was. It was quite a tank. Matang has knocked out Saucebuck, so things are looking good. And the next Pokemon Lenora is going to send out is Unpheasant, the bird, flying, and I think dark-type Pokemon. Matang's attack is quite effective. Hopefully Matang will be able to knock it out as well. We hit it again with a Psychic, and yes, we knocked it out. Matang has taken out 2 of Lenora's Pokemon. And we have defeated Lenora. She only had 3 Pokemon. And Flaffy is evolving. Yes, we're going to have an Ampharos soon. That's going to be a big power boost for our team. And booyah! Flaffy evolved into Ampharos. I can't wait to try Ampharos out in battle. We've had a lot of battles already in this episode. We've battled Colress and now Lenora. And we haven't even started to explore Nimbasa City. Before we continue on exploring Nimbasa, I just want to head back to Join Avenue and also to where that road forked off and explore what's down to the left, because someone mentioned that Relic Cave is there. So I'm not sure if we need to go and explore Relic Cave now or if it's something that we need to return to later on when we know more HM moves or something. But now we're back in Join Avenue and we are trying to get some customers. So we spoke to our first customer and we asked him if he would like to open his shop here. So he's going to sell some drinks or whatever, kind of like a cafe. So we've already got our first worker here. And now we're going to try stop off any trainers walking past. And we're going to tell them to go and try out the cafe. We're going to try send some customers their way. And look at us doing our business management here. We're driving customers and sales to Join Avenue. It's going to become a vibrant, bustling marketplace. But before we continue with that too much, let's go see where this road takes us to the left. There's got to be a few trainers to battle here and a few items to pick up for sure. I don't know if we're going to explore the relic cave yet, but it will be cool just to see where it is. And maybe we'll come back a bit later on in the game. In Nimbasa City, I'm very curious to see if there's a gym leader for us to take on. And it looks like this route, if you go down south a bit, there's quite a large area that you can explore. It's all very sandy. There are a few trainers here to battle. Here is an item for us to pick up. We picked up a power herb. I do want to try avoid any trainers that we don't need to battle. Maybe we'll come back and battle them if we need some experience. But we've just come across a Dwebble in the wild. This is a super cool Pokemon to try and catch. It has an amazing evolution, a really cool evolution line. So we are going to try and catch it. I don't know if I'm going to use it in my team, but let's throw a great ball and see if we can catch it. And booyah! It looks like Dwebble was caught. You might want to do a bit of Pokemon hunting here and see what you can find. This might be a cool little area for you to come back and train if there is a gym leader in Nimbasa City. But we've reached a dead end here, so there must be somewhere else we can explore. Let's try and go through this little fence area here. It looks like there's another item for us to pick up. But we're going to have to go back down the staircase and go up the other side. And yes, right at the end there's a Pokeball here, and it's TM28 Dig. So that's quite a useful attack. I'm glad we've picked that one up. But that's all there is to explore down south of the street here. Let's see if we can make our way up the road and where it leads us. Okay, we've reached the desert resort. And there's two people here. It looks like they want to battle. So we took them on and we defeated them. And yes, they tell us that the relic castle is this direction. And we can go through here to reach relic castle. So at least we know where it is. We aren't going to explore it now, but we will definitely come back and explore it later on. Now we're going to just try and make our way back to Nimbasa City. And we can start exploring there and see what all awaits us. There's bound to be a lot of adventure, maybe some side quests, and hopefully a gym leader. Now back in Join Avenue, we're just going to come explore our office and see what all there is in here. It looks like it's set up quite nicely. You can find out a ton more information about Join Avenue. And here we're going to visit the cafe and just see what he says and if he's all happy. It seems everything is fine. So we're going to make our way back to Nimbasa, and in the next video I think we're going to do some exploring and hopefully take on the gym leader or something. This woman says there is a gym leader and it looks like there's some strong trainers ahead. So before we go talk to them, I think we're going to end things here. Thanks a lot for watching.